Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Pardon my eating. I've just begun my breakfast. I know I'm running a little late. I'm a granola girly now. Happy Saturday! Welcome to the show. Kitty Cat's around. I'm sure she'll be in the office at some point, unless she's protesting. I don't know what exactly, but I'm sure there's something. How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday all. Hope you are all doing well. Back after a long time. Welcome back, Dorta. I hope you're doing all right. Add-on tracking profession knowledge. That is a weak aura. That is Tama's Dragonflight Helper. It's the weak aura. Just about ready to get rid of it, actually. I think I don't really need it anymore on this. Well, not until they add any... I might be done. I might be done with my profession knowledge. I wanted... But I'm not done with professions, so... Let's give ourselves some time to... finish our living our granola girly dreams and figure out some stuff to craft, eh? I have potions of power up still, so I don't need to make any more of those, but I could probably stand to sell just like some standard convergence. Yeah, a lot of this is actually looking really good. I'm back up to 4 mil. Despite my investment, despite the fact that I'm still sitting on 77,000 Alchemy Bloom and 32,000 vials, I'm actually back to 4 mil in liquid gold with another, what is this worth, 250k? I have been making gold. It's hard to keep track of it, but it is coming. So let's just make some stuff, huh? Let's just kind of grab, how much of this do I feel like I can deal with? Like, if I'm not making, ooh, order's quite cheap. That's quite cheap. Yeah, let's take it pretty easy, because we're not going to make any power potions for the moment, at least not until I finish selling the ones that I had previously. Is Frost really the second most expensive? Is that true? Could it be? Is it possible? Let me see. Frost at 100 gold. No, not second most expensive. Earth is, although I remember the days when Frost was the cheapest thing you could possibly get, and those times have changed. There must be good farms in newer content or something for the elemental stuff. Sharaby, thank you for the 4-month resub. Thank you for the best vibes. Oh, shucks. I'm very flattered. Jealous of organized bags? Yeah, they look okay. I'm carrying around some mismantled shoulder pads I could probably get rid of. Oh, but I have some stuff I could probably stash in my bank. These charms are, I know that they work in outdoor content, but I'm wondering how important that is to me. I might just get rid of them. Speaking of goblins, I do want to do at least one treasure goblin kill today, but it's, we got like 20 minutes before the next one, so we're in no particular rush. I have 11 minutes left in that file, so here, yeah, make some... Well, that's not right. Did I not buy enough Awakened Air? I did not buy enough Awakened Air. We needed another 400 of those. And then we can just be crafting. Try and finish our yogurt and granola. 400 of that. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad. Not going to start saving points in case they add things. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to like avoid points if they happen to me, but I also don't feel like I want to go out of my way to stock up on them. Because what if they don't add anything? And if they do, I'm sure we'll get like a heads up on the PTR. It's not going to be like a surprise, so... I'm all right. I can't count. I didn't buy Earth either, did I? Or Fire. No, I did. I just didn't do it in the correct amounts. I only bought 100 of those, so I need another. Let's just call it 400 each of Earth and Fire. Holy moly! I'm a little sleep deprived today, through entirely the fault of my own. Earth and Fire, I said, but. There's many different versions of Hazel. Some of them are peppier than others. Some of them are loopier than others. We're definitely going to be a little more on the loopy side today, and that's okay. Coffee will help. I'd say taking a nap after stream will help, but I might be doing keys after stream. Now I want yogurt and granola. I got this, like, locally made small batch. Very, it's granola, so it's crunchy kind of goes with the thing, but I got some very local granola, and it's nice. I don't know what I was expecting from it. I guess I expected because it was local. I thought it would, like, I don't know, sing me a jig or something. It's perfectly good granola. I'm not convinced that I am a granola person on the inside. But it's definitely faster than trying to like cook eggs or make, well, toast is pretty fast. but toast was my 2 a.m. or my 1 a.m. And then I had pie for dinner at like 8:30. It's been a bit of a mess. How do you know where the goblin spawns? I have a weak aura that I got off the Wowhead guide page that has the whole schedule internalized into it, so it tells me when. There's also a Google Doc you can check, but this is easier. So you mix it in, right? You don't just like go snarfing through the dry stuff on the top like some kind of an anteater. Sorry, I hate eating on stream. I'm gonna just move my mic and hang out and just read chat for a minute. It was dessert pie. Hi. Wanna come see me? I miss you. You look wonderful today. Good morning. You can't have my yogurt though. She likes dairy. She's pretty much given up on it though, because she knows I never give it to her. But she likes the smell of it. I know what you're up to. First stream. I'll do. One shot. It's tricky to get onto your swivel chair without disrupting the cat that's somewhat precariously perched, although you got it, right? You're good? Finally got the barrel shard hide. No more Korthia for me. Congrats, Mia. Best cat streamer around. Well, you are the best. Hi. Okay. All right. That was good. We've made a good chunk of these. I also would like to do a batch of, well, I kind of want to restock. I think this has been bad for my productivity, but great for my gold making, is I've just been like making sure that I have, whenever things are profitable, there's like a set array of stuff that I know I can sell, and I'll just make a batch of each of it. So I'll do like some Shocking Disclosure, I'll do some Hush Zephyr, maybe Healing Pots, but only if they're above 5 each. 450 is kind of borderline. And then down in Quick Hands I know I can sell. Sometimes Static Empowerment, but not usually. What about Charged Isolation? No. Those are close, but they're not worth it. This is the number that I check here on the right-hand side, the average profit number. But Tepid Verses are almost always a go. And I can usually sell those pretty good, so yeah, just restock on a bunch of the different things. Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Another little addition to the House and Dog Fund, this time in memory of Finley, who was the best dog ever. Stream luck rubbed off. As a healer, how do you feel about DPS using Corrupting Rage File? I probably shouldn't admit this, but I don't really know what my DPS are doing. I babysit the health bars, and they go down. I've let go of needing to understand why anyone takes damage. Sometimes it's life, sometimes it's fate, sometimes they're burning, rushing down a hallway. I have no idea. I never know. I heal all of it back up, slap a band-aid on the boo-boo, and send them back out there. I don't notice. I have no idea. Maybe none of my DPS do. It's entirely possible, but if anyone's been getting themselves murdered due to their own file choice, then I wouldn't, or potion choice, I wouldn't know. Some people must be extremely in tune with everything going on. I've always felt like in a fight in WoW, there is so much happening technically, like if you consider all the different characters using all their different abilities and interacting with all of the different things that they could interact with. There's so much going on that I always felt like it was very much a tidal wave, and I just needed to figure out like the 3 things that I needed to know or do in order to just kind of do my part in the dance. I'm very much the tuba player and not the conductor of that orchestra. Some people are the conductors. Some people know everything that's going on, and they're able to kind of like cue in everybody about all the things they need to know, and I'm just there, do, heal, dream breath, do. Oh no, rewind, do. That's me. I don't think I ever tried to play a tuba. You gotta be able to blow a lot of air. You gotta be able to really puff up like a what, kitty cat? Like a pufferfish? Pufferfish only do it when they're in great danger, and it's not very good for them. You don't, if you have a pet pufferfish, you really don't want it to puff. What's something that puffs up, but it's like fun? Souffle. Tried some Heroic Sark last night. Big oof. Which what was holding you up? For us, it's everything in phase 3, but also the damage in phase 1 is nothing to be scoffed at. Yeah, puff pastry. There you go. End of phase 2 and 3. Yeah. Porcupines. I had a string of watching vet shows on, I don't know, I think it was Disney Plus, and like Alaska Vet, that kind of thing. And apparently in Alaska, and also just like lots of rural areas, people have dogs, and the dogs try to bite the porcupines, and the porcupines go, nope, what? And then the dogs end up with a face full, nose full of quills. It happened like every episode. You feel so bad for the poor doggy, and then also there's some of them that are a little bit silly and that keep doing it. Like it's the same dog that keeps coming back every weekend with another face full of quills because it just can't leave him alone. And that's about the extent of my of my life experience with porcupines, is watching dogs not get it on reality television. All right, so we're going to check those up, and then let's do our Shocking Disclosures next. So, should I shop for everything at once? That would make more sense. Let's do 200, 300 maybe? Yeah, well, we'll do a good sized batch of these guys. 300. I have all of the Auk and Bloom already, so it's just buying the Air and the Earth for this. Same thing with I know I can do Tepid Verses if I just buy like 2,000 or 4,000 Awakened Frost. Should I do 4,000? I can sell it. Let's do 400k worth of Awakened Frost. What's the worst thing that can happen? Hush Zephyr is gonna need some Saxifrage. Let's do 1600 of that. And then more Awakened Air, so that would be 200. I'm sure there's like add-ons that would put together the shopping list for you with all the amounts and stuff, but yeah, man, yeah, man. Are 10 gold each? Yeah, okay, I'll do some of those too. Rousing Air will do like, I don't know, 400 worth. Oh, 500. No, not 5,400. That's too many. Can't sell that many. And then I got that. Yeah, that should do. Let's go pick up our... Oh, no. Aerated Files with Quick Hands. It's more Rousing Air. Yeah, okay. We'll do that again. Just grab 1,000 of those. I don't know how I'm going to remember how many of each thing that I wanted to make, because I'm not sure I really decided, but that's okay. Primal Convergent, always negative profit on EU. I mean... Maybe... I don't play any EU, so I don't know. It's possible that somebody that has more stats than you has it profitable, and that's why. Like, if they're selling it with just a little bit of profit and they can make it more efficiently than you because they have more resourcefulness or more multi-craft or inspiration or whatever. If you have absolutely maximized your everything, you've got better gear, you've got like the full blue gear, you've got the tool with the right stat for Primal Convergent, which is probably multi-craft, and then it's enchanted, and you've got your specialization points completely capped out, and you put down an incense, and it's still average profit negative. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's just going to be negative at different times of the day. But if it's always like that, then somebody's just taking a loss. But it's possible that there's more points that you can get somewhere. So I decided I wanted to do 300 of these. Let's call it 317, because I know I have enough Awakened Earth for that. Oh, and we need to use one of those aerated files with the quick hands, otherwise we're going to be here all day. I don't need to drop an incense yet or anything. We don't need any inspiration. Katie, should we have some coffee? And by we, I mean me. You don't drink any coffee. You drink water and sometimes you lick ice cubes. Very healthy. I bought a flavored coffee on a whim. It was on sale, or my regular coffee wasn't available at the store I was shopping at or something. Anyway, I bought a hazelnut flavored coffee because I generally do like hazelnut flavored coffee. But I think I've come to understand that if I want a hazelnut flavored coffee, it's probably better if the hazelnut flavor is added at a later stage than the grounds. Because this reminds me, it's fine and it's drinkable, but it reminds me very much of like gas station coffee, like the pre-made ones that came out of the big packets. If I had it right now, it would need to be decaf. That is not happening. I feel you on that. I don't think I've ever had decaf coffee. I don't like coffee enough to have it in decaf. If it doesn't have caffeine, I don't think I'm having fun anymore. Going to Twitch HQ for a new banner about 4 blocks from here. You're in San Francisco, unless they have another one. I went there once. It was surprisingly like undercover from the street. Hi. What are you guys gonna do this weekend? What are your plans looking like? What are my plans looking like for today, actually? I know I'm gonna craft the stuff that I've bought the mats for and then post it. I want to do my Nighthold runs. I have 4 characters that have Nighthold skips, and I want to take them all and go pay Mythic Gul'dan a visit to see if he has any Infernals for me this week. And then after that, there's kind of like the things that I should do and then the things that I will do. Oh, also, Onaran Plains, 1 minute. Should I go? I think I should wait. I think I should give it like another 3 minutes because it takes like a bit for the portal to even show. And then it takes 5 minutes for the thing to spawn in. So I think I've got some time. Whole lot of nothing. Sometimes that's good. And then sometimes you wish it was something. I'm trying to pick that difference apart for myself. I'm a homebody. And I like to stay home and be comfy. And I have lots of hobbies and things that I like to do at home. Sometimes I just want to stay home and do chores and just have like a lovely clean apartment. But I also know that I tend to avoid things that make me anxious, and that tends to make my anxiety worse in the long run. So sometimes I just have to make myself go do things, and I hate it until I'm actually doing it, and then it's lots of fun. And whenever I'm like planning to just, let's just stay in this weekend, I can never tell if I'm just, doing the comfy home, saving money and catching up on my chores and sleep thing, or if I'm doing the avoiding my anxieties thing. And I mean, porque no los dos, but it's tough sometimes. It's not that tough. Tarani Syrups makes a good hazelnut. Did you do the Blue Dragonfly quest line? Not even a little bit, and I think I won't. I don't have Dragon Wrath, Terragos's Rest. I don't have any plans to get Dragon Wrath, Terragos's Rest, so there wouldn't be a mount in it for me. And the story for its own sake doesn't really hold a lot of value for me. Short-term grounded from coffee because of anxiety, so I feel you. Grounded, get it. Way longer than I thought it would be. I've heard it takes hours. I've heard it is a long journey. I've heard it takes some real doing. All right, I'm going to let this get to, 3 minutes before I head out there. I think that that's reasonable. And we'll do these. I need to not make the mana potions first because I bought the stuff so I could do quick hands files. So I should do those before I spend all the air on mana potions because I could make 1,500 times 5 mana potions, but that would be way too many of them. Way too many. What if we do like 250? I mean, I'm not going to have time to finish it right now, but 250 of these sounds more reasonable. I really am going to finish up all of this. I'm going to get through all of that. I had my banks and my bag just stuffed with herbs, and I'm using all of it. Don't you get a nice tabard from it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really a tabard person, and I'm definitely not a story person, so I think that one's an easy sit for me. Remember when you had 120k vials? I started with 170k. I started with 170,000, maybe 68 files, and we're down to 30k now. And I haven't seen their price that low since I bought them, so I'm 100% pleased with that decision. If there's a goblin spawning in Azurspan, how do I know where to go in Azurspan? When the portal is actually in the zone, it should... Here, let's post up some stuff and then head out there. When the portal is actually in the zone, it should show on the map. If you scour your map while you're inside the zone, you have to be in the zone at the time, but if you scour your map, you should see a little portal icon. Let's check those up there. And I'll show you, because we're just about to go find out. So it's going to be the Onarn Plains, which is vaguely this way. So I shouldn't see anything on my map yet, because I'm not in the zone yet. But once we zone in, especially because it should be spawning in a couple minutes here, even if it's a little late. Now that I'm in here, we should have... Yep, there it is. So that's what it's going to look like. It's going to... See you later, kitty cat. You're going to have your treasure goblin point marked on your map. It will be in potentially different places. The only one I've seen spawn in a pretty consistent place, and this could just be luck, but every time that it's in Orgrimmar that I go to loot it, it's always in the main district, the center bit of Orgrimmar. This weekend will be spent reading, playing games, making sure all the humans and cats in the house eat things that will keep them healthy. If I have enough energy, I might try to sew pockets onto my trousers. Why do women's trousers lack pockets? Or they have silly vestigial pockets. A relic of a time when they used to have useful pockets. I know that some pants, I know you're probably not looking for an answer, and I don't really know one, but I know that some pants will have very minimal or no pockets because of the shape. A pocket would add some bulkiness to the hips that some people would not want in their clothing if they're looking for a very specific look. I like being able to carry things, although I also have a real love for bags. I like carrying a bag. So that I can stash my goodies without having them pull my pants down, because I don't want to wear a belt. So most of my stuff has pockets, but every now and then, I've been wanting one day to get like a real good pair of like cargo pants for fishing, so that I can just have all of my little knickknacks and tools and bits and bobs just like strapped onto my legs, like I'm gonna need them in a hurry. Backpacks are okay. I don't like shoulder bags. I like bags that have a long enough strap that I can wear cross body, because if I just have it on one shoulder, it's going to fall off the shoulder, and I'm upset about that. But I like being able to wear a strap crossbody, or I like, I don't have one, but I like the idea of having a belt bag that I just clip onto my hips like I'm a mom in Disney, you know, carting around the tissues and the lip balm and the Tylenol. And there's some neat ones. Get a fanny pack. Used to have one for work. Would suggest a fishing vest for that. Why not both? just get pockets on your hat, pockets on your vest, pockets on your pants. I don't really need that many pockets. Bring back the fanny packs. I think they came back without me. I don't think that fanny packs or belt bags or bum bags, depending on who you're talking to, I don't think that they need me. I think that they've made a full and rip-roaring comeback in the absence of me to support them with my sartorial sense. Pockets all the way down. Yeah, I don't need to carry a ton of stuff usually, so I'm able to carry smaller bags if I want to, but I like being able to put like my card case and my phone and a lip balm. I can't leave home without a lip balm. That kind of thing, just around. Carrying your phone around the house when you don't have pockets. I'm going to be honest with you. I leave my phone in the bedroom. It has a charging stand by my bed, and it stays there all the live long day. My phone is an alarm clock that I look at when I remember that I should probably text my mother. I have, over time, kind of disconnected myself from being all the time connected, and I've done so to a frightening degree. I don't usually even, like, I'll bring it if I'm going, I'll bring it if I'm going shopping because I'll have a list on it. Like, I'll write up a list on my phone, and that's useful. Otherwise, oh, holy moly, they're demolishing that thing. That's useful so that I can kind of stay on track in the store and not get super overwhelmed. I like being able to kind of search and destroy, so to speak, if I'm grocery shopping. But otherwise, I don't. It just stays where it is. How do you hide other players' names? Options, interface, names, friendly players, enemy players. I just have them all unchecked right now. I have it all turned off. Sometimes you might want it for stuff, but did it have to die up on the hill? I don't know where it is. Oh, I looted another Balial. I'm not even going to try to give it away. I feel like there's way more of those than there are people that need them. All right. Oh, someone says they need pet. I wonder if I can find them. Sorry. I'm sure someone's already given them one, but I'm going to try anyways, just in case. Oh. Oh, it says, oh, they're not eligible. Bummer. Hopefully they got it. All right. Well, let's go back and keep crafted because I wasn't done yet. Find a nice safe place to hearth. I have not spent a lot of time in these overworld zones. I know that they added the assaults to them, and I think I've come to understand that the assaults are just not really going to be my... Maybe on my alts. Maybe if I get to play my hunter more, maybe she'll do them. Okay, strategy until you recognize someone in a film you have to search IMDb for. I know that feeling. I went on a... Or like you're watching somebody and you're like, they're kind of neat. I need to know their whole life story. Where were they born? How many siblings do they have? Are they single? I went on a Sue Perkins deep dive after watching a bunch of Bake Off. And now I need to watch her other Netflix show. Oh, I wasn't able to trade the pet yesterday. Had that not eligible message pop up too. That is weird. That is strange. Sometimes it's nice to not always give everyone you know access to you. Learn that the hard way. It's been so long that people that know me, I think, have come to expect that I am annoying to get a hold of, and that's just... And I have no concept of object permanence. So if somebody's not in front of me and I forget that they exist, it's not a personal slight. It's just a problem that I have that I apparently haven't taken enough effort to work on. I don't know if I'm just a hermit or what, but I don't really need to, I don't need to talk, right? There's nobody that needs me on a daily basis via the phone. Sometimes we'll coordinate keys via Discord, but even that I can usually just kind of like thumbs up and then show up to whenever time other people agree on. Need to work on that, Hazel? Academically, I know you're right. In my feelings, I'm thinking, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You can't make me. There's a mature response. Coffee? Glad the drops are generous for this event. I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at with it. I think that if the event ended tomorrow, which it won't, but if it did and I didn't do any more, I think that I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't have the Herodric Haversack, but I think I'd be okay. Someone did need you, you wouldn't know, so it's fine. Aside from my beautiful baby kitty cat, who can always reach me with a very loud meow, there's no one that's really depending on me. I am nobody's first emergency contact. I am 4th, 5th to 7th on the emergency contact list. There would need to be a disaster of environmental proportions before anybody actually needs me. It's a byproduct of having lived out of the country for so long, is that people kind of built their support systems without me. And it works out because I'm a terrible support person to have in the first place. Reflex response would be no, you. Near total social isolation is the solution for not having pockets. I can do that. I mean, I think the healthy choice is to use the phone, any type of phone, to make and schedule like regular recurring plans with different groups of people to make sure that you are meeting your social needs and being a presence in the lives of others. And then when there's probably a boundary of like there being certain hours where people come to expect that you're not available and that it's okay for you to turn it off. But I totally get that. That's very different if you're a parent. Or if you have, people that are relying on you that might need you in a hurry. As a fellow distant hermit, I think it's fine to be however you want to be. It's a bit awful, but I have this theory that if I reach like my 50s and I realize that I am cripplingly lonely after all and that this lifestyle is just not sustainable, I have this idea that I can always just start volunteering whenever, and then at least I can, like, maybe I won't be bosom friends with everybody that I'm around, but if I really need to be around other people, that there are always ways for people to get into that, no matter how old they are and how long they've gone without speaking to people. So it's not healthy, but I'm using that as my backup plan of like, well, right now I'm happy. And if I'm ever not happy, then I have like some contingencies of like, just go find an organization that needs like some grunt work, and you can be around people in that way. You can get more cats when you're 50. Everyone needs about at least 4 cats. If I end up volunteering anywhere around cats, I will end up with more cats. People have sometimes suggested you might like volunteering in a cat shelter, and I might like volunteering in a cat shelter, but I would take them home. I would not. I am such a sucker for a cat. Secondly, a sob story. A cat with a sob story is just not happening. It's too much. Cat rescues will have like-minded people. It's not exactly the same as having in-person friends that you spend regular time with, but I do like, I like hanging out with my guild and my key group. I like hearing everybody and hearing them chat and hang out and hanging out with them when we're doing Mythic Plus or raid nights or whatever. It's, hang out a couple times a week. That does something for me. There we go. You guys understand. We're nerds here, right? Food pantry down the street. Been volunteering there to have some other people time. You're Captain Planet. Fell into the IMDb hole when I looked up Chris Lee. They don't have to see them to build relationships. Yeah, there's differing takes on that, on whether or not, like, to what degree online friendships can stand in for in-person socialization in terms of, like, a person's human needs for socialization. And depending on which professional you talk to, I don't think anyone's arguing that it's harmful. I think some people argue that it's harmful if you are pursuing online friendships to the exclusion of in-person friendships. I don't know where I stand on it because I'm a big ol' hermit. I have no ground to stand on. I have lots of varied mana potions to sell though. Not everyone has the luxury to choose. Oh. I have 4 bars of soap on my desk. I want a little, and I don't know if I need this, but whenever I wash my hands in my kitchen sink, I just use the dish soap, even though I know it's a little harsh on my skin, but I'm like, it's already there. And that saves me from having to set up a second type of soap in my kitchen sink. So I'm just going to use the Dawn. But I have like some cute soaps. And I was thinking you get those like, it's like a wire basket that has the suction cups inside that you stick to the side of a sink. And then it's your tray for your soap. If I had one of those, I could stick one of the cute soaps in the kitchen sink, but then I would have to use it and then I wouldn't be able to just sniff it at my desk. Oh dear. Is this enough mana potions? That might be enough mana potions. We're gonna chill in the mana potions. I have more rousing air, but I think that I can probably move. And even if I can't move them, I can use them actually. The quick hands better. So let's do that instead. And talk to someone more than once or twice a month. We might as well be married. Okay. There's lots of those. What else? I guess I should chuck up some of the stuff that I've made so far so that people can shop for it while I'm crafting the rest of it. So I want to sell these, but not all of them. Maybe like that many. I want to sell these, but again, not all of them. Maybe like that many. And then I was going to make... I don't think I made my Hush Zephyr yet. I think we can do some of those. 200 or so-ish. Invis pots. People are buying them. The fact that I am able to craft and sell Hushed Zephyr potions, which are the current Invis potions, makes me think that maybe I should be carrying around some Hushed Zephyr potions, because what if I go into a key and they're like, all right, everybody use your Invis pot. But it hasn't happened to me yet, so I've gotten quite lazy about keeping them on my person. But they must be used because they are selling. People are buying them, and I don't think they're buying them to sneak past trash in Nighthold. Also haven't had to invis yet. How many mounts am I missing from Shadowlands? I think just the glory mounts. Is that true? That sounds true. I think it's mostly just like the glory of the raider and the dungeon hero mounts from Shadowlands that I don't have. I think I might have everything else. Don't know how many invis pass in dungeons this season. What else could people be buying them for? That's the only thing I've ever used or carried invis pots for is dungeon skips. But there must be other reasons, right? Some skips in freehold with them. I should probably put a gentler soap in my kitchen, though. Well, you know what? I get eczema on my hands. And as a child, I thought that it was really aggravated by harsh soaps. And I know that hand sanitizer can really flare it up if I've been using a lot of that. But mostly, I think it's stress. I think that stress makes it flare up more than anything else. I don't think it's really much, like, because it's fine right now. And I've been washing dishes, although I do have dish gloves for sometimes. Use them in BGs, hiding from snails. Well, if people want them, then I am happy to make them. I can't believe I sold all that stuff that I made last night. I posted so many things, and I was like, there's no way. I'm going to have to repost all of this in the morning. But I only had like 3 different items that I needed to repost. Best professions for priest? I don't think there is a best professions. It's kind of... I like alchemy for any character that you're going to do rating or mythic plus on. But that's not a priest thing. That's an anybody thing. Just because I like having a longer duration of my files. I like having my files last longer. That's very handy and convenient. And then also just being able to like make and restock on my own potions for stuff. But that's just me. I'm Alka Herbal on basically any main that I've had in the last 10 years. What else have I done? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That's just me though. I don't know if that's what's best. That's just what I do. So we'll chuck the invis pots up. Then I'm going to make a ton of tepid versa. Because lots of people are using that. Those ones are popular lately. We're going to, yeah, so all of those, about 40k worth of invis pots. I'm still not keeping any because it hasn't come up for me. And yeah, there we go. Bunch of that. Yeah, engineering B-res is pretty good. Although I have noticed that a lot of people used to have it in my regular group, and they've all kind of swapped off of it because they want different bracers. They have like different embellishes on their bracers. So even if they still have engineering, you gotta be able to have that going on. We have no battle reses in our key group. It's awful. We run, what is our normal group? Brewmaster, Monk, Tank, Preservation, Evoker, Healer. That's me. And then an Enhancement Shaman, Flabby. And then usually a Dev Evoker. And then the third person will typically be it'll rotate. It'll be either a Demon Hunter or a Shadow Priest is what we've been using lately. It's a ton of fun. It's not... If someone dies... if someone dies, it does get a little dicey. It's usually me, too. Double Dragon. Yeah, I don't know if it's a very... Although our raid itself isn't a very meta comp. We don't have an Arcane Intellect buff. We have no mage. We had to bully our poor Demon Hunter into coming, even though his work schedule makes it really hard for him. Just so we could have the Demon Hunter debuff. We have no hunters, but we would really only need them to take tier tokens, but we have no hunters. We have a bunch of... We're kind of a play whatever you want raid, and most of the time it works out that we kind of have at least a little bit of everything, and then sometimes it works out that we do not have a little bit of everything. We also don't have an int buff. Yeah, I mean, we managed to kill Heroic Echo week whatever this is, 3 or 4 without it, so I don't think it's hurting us that badly. But it is funny whenever you look at what could have been and go, man, is this why my parses aren't perfect? Goblin doesn't want to drop the charger for me. Is it because I killed him multiple times in day 1? Oh, I don't think that would be it. I think it's just RNG. RNG will get you sometime. I still have yet to see any of the Wirt's legs drop for myself. One of them dropped for Flabby, and he gave it to me, so I do have the one of them, but I haven't seen them drop personally, and then I have yet to see the bag drop. 24% on Sark, away from AOTC. Feels bad to end the week on. Haven't seen any Wirt legs either. They must be a bit rare, because they are available. I found this out yesterday, Stream told me. They were available on the auction house, but they're very expensive. Maybe the prices have come down. I'll take another look at them. Maybe the prices will come down over time. But they were going, like, the biggest one was going for like $1 million each, or at least it was listed for $1 million each. I don't know if anybody was spending that much. You can't get the pet to drop. Oh, that's awful. I feel like the pet is the one thing that everybody has. Clearly not everybody, but the pet, it seems to be the one thing that people are like trading around if they can, and just I've had several extras that I've just deleted. Thought they were sold out? Apparently not. Apparently not. Let me see what they're at today, actually, on Lightbringer. It would be a realm-specific thing. Wirt. So they have come down. The one that I have is the one-handed mace. It's down to 60k. The offhand is at 99k, and then the two-handed mace is at 200k, which is less than $1 million. There's pretty good stock of all of them. It looks like the two-handed mace has the lowest stock. That could just be chance. It could also be that it has a lower drop rate. Hard to say. Maybe I will do the next one in Stormwind. Pet any good for battling? Nice collector's item. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Most pets end up being just a collector's item because you can do most battles within a range of like 20 different pets. It has some of the same moves as the original ball. I don't know how useful they are. Regular ball didn't come up in a lot of strats for me. I don't know what the drop rate is for the mount. Need the mount, gotten everything else double, triple, quadruple. I wish you the best of luck. I'd say I haven't seen it, but I already have it, so it probably can't drop for me. It would be a bit of a bummer if it could. I suppose I should put my mug away. We're just crafting, so I'll be one sec here. Look. had to feed my fishies too. I almost forgot this morning, but they're alright. Fan of demon goats. Hazel, why are you crafting so many potions? Because I want to sell them. Trying to be rich. We need those big multi-crafts. Increased chance would be based on the wording of the post per account. Here, I actually have it still. I have it still because I was looking at this recently. The first sentence was kind of ambiguous, and the second sentence made it more clear. So Charger Mount and the bag have a significantly higher chance of dropping on the first goblin kill of the day on any character on an account. Subsequent kills or kills on alts have reduced chances for these items. So that to me, that sentence, kills and alts have reduced chances, makes me think it's your first character on your account in the day. And then you could still get it on a second one, but it's not as good as your first chance. And that only applies to the Teriel's Charger Mount and the Heraldric Haversack. I don't know why, but is what it is. Yeah, so you may as well stay on one tune. Precisely. The reason to switch would be if you wanted maybe you already had the bag and on one character and you wanted it on a different character, you might do the first kill of the day on the character you want the bag on, but can't be that high of a drop rate because I don't have it on me yet. Hazel, why do you want to be rich? In WoW? I don't know. Ego? It's fun. Number go up. In WoW, it's really, like, I'm not saving my gold for anything in particular. I'm just kind of enjoying hoarding it like a dragon. I guess it's a Drakthir Transmog cosplay. But, yeah. In life, I want to be rich so that I can buy a castle and then hide in it and then dig a moat and put alligators in it. I'm not really going to do that. Castles seem drafty and the alligators deserve better. Number go up is valid. Got the bag and the mount on your first kill. Holy moly. Did Enya get a I was about to ask if she got a goat. Did she get a moat? Does she have goats in her moat? Castle Hazel Nathra. Got in the bag more often in later kills and having the first kill on at least 4 different characters. Have you been doing like quite a lot of farming? It sounds like quite a bit. Hazel Crown Citadel. Oh, that's good. I do like that. I don't think I would want a really big house. I think that I would love to get a house that's like under, not a tiny house, but I'd love to one day have a house that's between 1,000 and 2,000 square feet. Because huge houses are a bit expensive to heat, even if you have a heat pump. Trying to keep it toasty and warm and also like clean and in good repair it's more work with more house. And if you don't need it, then it's just silly. Top it whole. I do buy the mats. I don't farm all this on my own. I do have herbalism, so I'll pick things up sometimes when I'm out. But by and large, I'm purchasing these things in gigabulk. How would I say this? I have no idea how to go about saying this. I'm going to say Maisie. I don't think that's correct. Thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Castle Mortgage Nightmare. House that I can clean without feeling overwhelmed. That's the trick, is I'd love to be able to have a house that I can basically get it looking pretty good in 90 minutes or less. All by myself. I don't want to have to hire help. Because even if I was rich enough to afford to hire somebody to help me clean my castle, I don't want it. I don't want it. It sounds uncomfortable. Only turning me a profit with procs. So flat crafting, you're losing 103 gold every time that you don't proc. You have a 39.45% chance. Oh, it actually says that you're only losing 75 here. It's 103 if you don't proc your HSV. But I'm making a 2,000 batch of these, so I am effectively guaranteed to profit because it evens out over time. Works out. Buying a house now, single wide, manufactured. Anything larger seems like too much stress. Wonder if you could make a short on this. On my castle? My moat? Or craft sim. I would do a proper video on crafting. I wouldn't do it as a short. I don't think I like shorts. I don't think I like YouTube shorts. I know that they're the future or whatever, but I don't like that feature. And I don't know if I want to be a part of it. Castle like Cragdarrock Castle, or a proper one with, say, stone dungeons. I mean, if there was going to be a castle with stone dungeons in Victoria, you'd assume it would be Cragdarrock. Just spam out the sub list. I dislike shorts. Yeah, it's not my favorite trend in content. I think that I can do just fine being a dinosaur and living in the past. I think that there's enough of a continuing appetite for medium form and long form content. People still watch streams. I want a stone dungeon. I can put my knickknacks in there. Stone just sounds cold. I feel like it sounds chilly. There's some brick houses here, like some heritage brick houses. I guess they're also vintage. And they're beautiful, but they just you look at them and I like, ugh, I don't know about that. Maisie is good. I like it. Hello, Hazel and chat. Hello. Block charts on my YouTube. Portal up, frames gone. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's go to Stormwind real quick. That's a good point. These mount runs look strange. Yeah, we'll do some Nighthold runs. We'll do some Nighthold runs today. I'm gonna try the Goblin again. I guess I want the other Wirt's legs. I suppose that's the main thing I'm looking for here. I think I have all the other cosmetics. I'm pretty sure we got the rest of it. I have the toys. It's 3 toys. The portal the hearthstone that I already had, the guitar that I already had, and then the banner, which I got the other day. Flabby had one drop and then gave it to me. I have the back transmog. I have the cloak and the hood set. I have I had the mount already. It's in Cathedral Square. I had the mount already. I just need 2 more Wirt's legs in the bag. I think that would be it. They seem to be discontinuing shorts soon, according to my other social media employed friends. That would surprise me. You know more than me. But from everything I know, that would flabbergast me if they discontinued shorts. That doesn't sound like the way things are going. Stories, yeah. Stories, I think they could drop those. They're having issues monetizing. Yeah, I think they'll figure it out though. I think they'll figure it out. I don't know. I am not employed in social media. I'm just an independent. Yeah, stories. I could see them dropping. I remember when they tried to push those, and they've just let it go. That's not the the way of the future. But I also don't know if Twitter is a good indicator of anything anymore. Twitter's a little bit of a trash fire that's too big to die. It might be too big to die. I don't know. Coming in 2 minutes. Treasure Goblin. Water good. Water good. Did I post up? Oh, I can sell some of these things while we wait. We've got another 1:30. I guess I need to get back if I want to get on my mount. I don't know if I would say alchemy is best for making a profit. I think that lots of different professions can do it. Alchemy makes the most sense for me because I don't want to interact with trade chat and I don't want to interact with crafting orders. So in terms of using the auction house the old-fashioned way, alchemy is very good for me. It's not the only one that's like that. You can also do enchanting kind of like that. You can do, I'm sure, like inscription and maybe jewel crafting as well without needing to advertise, but for me alchemy is good. I mean, it's very bad. Terrible. I'm losing gold. Don't get in my market. Fishing. Yeah, fishing seems to have recovered. If you're fishing for the specialty fish, they're going in North America like 60 gold per, and that's really not bad. Hi Hazel, how's life? Hello. Life's all right. I'm in it. I'm in it, and that means there's hope. That sounded very egotistical. That's not exactly what I meant. What I meant is that I still feel like I have... Wow, I'm getting way too heavy for 10 in the morning. Life's good. Happy. Feeling hopeful. There we go. Optimistic. Let's go with that. I had a long, heavy night. I was up very late trying to work through some feelings. It's bad because I can't afford it. The whole point of work orders was that we wouldn't have to shout anymore. They were going to fix it. You couldn't... Yeah, you still can't specify quality in public orders. I don't engage with work orders very much. I'll do public orders for things just like a treatise, you know, like your profession knowledge point every week. But for everything else that I need to interface with someone specific for, I just thank my lucky stars that Flabby has all the professions, because I can just ask him to do it. Good luck with the gobos. Oh, thank you. I would really like to get the bag or another Wirt's leg that I don't have. That would be best case scenario. That would be really good. I got 29 gold. Oh well. What do you do? Oh, I also need to transmute a bunch of Drakathist. I need to transmute a bunch of Drakathist. I have basically almost all of my cooldowns up. So we got to do that and hope for some multi-crafts. Wirt's like transmog. There's 3 of them. They're the same model, but it can be either a 2-handed mace, a 1-handed mace, or an offhand. It looks like a prosthetic pirate leg. Peg leg with the cuff on it at the top. I wanted to... Oh yeah, so if I was going to transmute my Drakathist, because that was saying it was going to be... Yeah, it was going to be worth. So I need basically 400 gem dust and then 2,400 glow spores. I think that's right. And then hopefully we get some multi-crafts. Just got a treasure napping bag. I love that one. I got that one yesterday. It's a cool transmog. All right, 8 crafts. Hoping for multi-crafts. It's a 14% chance to multi-craft. My resourcefulness is proccing. Oh, there's a multi-craft. There's one bonus one. Yeah, I'll take it. We saved a bunch of we saved a bunch of I still have 492 glow spurs left over, so that's something. Chuck those up. Off and away. What's that worth? Yeah, not bad. And then we can make the rest of, well, not the rest of, but more of these. Want to try playing WoW? Tips, catch it mechanic. If you stick with your campaign quest, it'll walk you through the basics of all the big systems. If you stick with the quest at the top of your quest log here, it'll get you acquainted with all the big parts. There's a lot of different things. There is catch-up built into all of it. It's a big question. Mountain bag, finally. Congrats, Jeff. Every time I see a new event happening in WoW, tempted to resub. Remember that I don't have a lot of time to play, enjoy other hobbies. That is kind of how they get you. That is the main conceit of these limited time events. Isn't there a training video? Not really for somebody that's just coming back to Dragonflight for the first time that I made. I don't think so. I think that there's videos for like patch specific stuff. I think that catching up in WoW just in general is like a very big question that I don't have any concise resources for. Unless I made it and I'm just having a fever dream and I've forgotten. That does sound a little bit like me. Yeah, it was a... I think you're thinking of, like a patch preview video. Got the mount from the goblin on my first kill today. Now I need to get the bag, and I'm done. Nice. Yeah, it does seem like the event's plenty long enough to, for all the stuff to happen eventually. This is gonna be a long cast. I guess I just do this for as long as I'm having fun, and then as soon as I get bored, I can just go do Nighthold whenever and make the rest of them later. Oh. It's a little warm in here. Can I get away with opening a window? It's gonna be warm out today. I just need to keep my voice down a little bit. Fun to see you being all official, though. Yeah, I think it might have been a survival guide. I did. There is more than one thing that I did with them in the last year or so. If it is unique, you can only use one of them. So I don't know if it would drop for you a second time. I would hope not, because you could only equip one of them. They're unique equipped. You would only need one bag on a character. Started reading a new book. First time in like 12 years that I've been able to focus on something that wasn't on a screen. It's been nice. Nice. It's always good to be able to reconnect with something you used to like that. Sometimes it's warm in Canada. It's like 23 degrees in my office right now. This room has been heating up. It was like 25 last night. Celsius, mind you. Gotten the pet from the D4 event 3 times, still missing the other items. Yeah, you know, it's true. The pet seems to drop consistently. I have extras of them too. I've just been sending them back to hell where they came from, I suppose. Okay, I could still make another 1,000 of these, but I think I'm going to save that for later. I can start crafting them again if I have like a stream break, or if I go make lunch or something later. Let's just keep enough of them on me to be able to use for my own keys. Let's go poke around in Nighthold. Let's go visit Gul'dan. See what he has to say. Craft Sim is the one that tells me my average profit. Craft Sim. I'm using Craft Sim and then Auctionator to help feed it its prices. So one thing that I do like checking is I like knowing I have 280k pending. So once all my things turn out, I'll have 280k in my mailbox. Then I have about 288, 900k worth of auctions posted. That's about right. That sounds about right. Okay, Nighthold. I should be able to just port myself to Court of Stars. Radioactive Bullfrog, thank you for the 9-month resub. Very much appreciated. Do you think 4 Nighthold runs is a good number? I mean, it's all the skips that I have. I don't have any more skips unlocked. So, yeah, it seems like a good number. I would be down to unlock the skip on more as I get more characters to 70. I'm currently running it on every level 70 that I have. And 70 with some catch-up gear seems to be a nice comfy level of gear to be able to do Gul'dan without it being annoying. So, I'm thinking that maybe when I get my Hunter to 70 and I get her in some catch-up gear, I'll start running Nighthold on that as well. Get another skip and kind of work up more over time. But if Gul'dan would like to just give me the mount, then I don't have to do the skip again. Then I could just go, I don't know, bother Rustfeather or Mistress Sassine in Tomb of Sargeras or all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I agree. This is a pretty light amount of mount runs, although it's more than none. It is more than none. I love posting a bunch of auctions and then just seeing my mailbox, or not my mailbox. I love seeing my chat log. I can't drag it as easily as I used to be able to. Chat log just be a list of a buyer has been found for your auction. A buyer has been found for your auction. A buyer has been found for your auction. And just seeing all this stuff sell as you like go about your day. It's my favorite. We're heading this way. So glad to never have to go to Nighthold or Argus since I got both mounts after years of farming. Oh, Argus must feel awesome. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that one. This one doesn't bother me that much because as a mount run goes, Nighthold, especially once you've unlocked the skip, is really pretty chill. It is a pretty reasonable thing to do. It's no Siege of Orgrimmar. I think Siege of Orgrimmar was my least favorite mount run. I think that was the worst one because it was so long And because it was fiddly in the back half of it, you had to be careful not to bug it out. And I am not generally super careful when I'm doing these things. I'm really having trouble with this gate lately. Am I on the right difficulty? Right difficulty? Yeah, there we go. Siege is a pain. I think that in my own personal estimation, Siege was more annoying than Deathwing. Siege is more annoying than Dragon Soul. I think it was more annoying than ICC. I mean, ICC I was able to do back when lockout sharing was a thing, so I was able to crank characters through that. Dragon Soul wasn't bad once it got the hang of Spine. Yeah. I guess you could say that Antorus is more annoying, but Antorus is so annoying that I won't do it. If I had the skip, I would do it. But I don't have the skip, and I don't like soloing ANR. It's just too fiddly for me. I want to do my mat runs with like half a brain cell. Pardon me. And it requires more than half a brain cell, so... Oh, I've tabbed out. Here we go. Trying to farm trash in Antorus. Yeah, Dragon Soul is a lot of RP. I used to get hung up in Dragon Soul because I would be waiting for the RP to finish, and then I wouldn't realize that it was over and that I had to talk to somebody to start the next bit of it. Thrall would just be hanging out there waiting for me to say hi to him, and I would just be like AFK being like, man, this is really long RP. And then I would get hung up for way too long just waiting. The little red orb is from my trinket. That is Rashok's Molten Heart. Follows me around. In our 4 times per character. That is... You're right. It's true. It is so many more times, though. I don't know if I would do it if it was only once. If it was only once, I would maybe get help. 4 times is way above my limit. I think I'm just happy to not have that mount. I think that's all right. Fallen asleep during Dragon Soul RP, woke up hours later not knowing why I'm there. Record was the Baron Mount in Stratholme. 2,500 runs before it dropped, and I never even use it. It's a cool mount, though. I like that one. I didn't spend that long in there, but I spent a long time in there, too. Hi, Elisand. She always looks nice. I like her tattoos. I wonder if ankle bracelets like that are annoying. They look heavy. I feel like they would be kind of bonking on all your feet tendons. Oh, are they? Yeah, they are ankle bracelets. They look sharp. I look so funny. I look like I should live in the sea. I look like I should lurk in a swamp turning over boats. Eat a pineapple. You know, I never once watched SpongeBob, which was weird for my demographic. My friends did. It was definitely big among my age group. I don't know, I missed it. Never spoke out to me. I didn't like that his pants were square. Excuse me, I know, right? I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Kyriel is technically brown mackerel tabby, if we're being specific about it. I'm pretty sure. I guess I would have to check now. Cause she has the okay, well now I'd have to check because I think I just saw a picture of brown mackerel tabby and I was like, that looks like my baby. And now I'm thinking about it. But she does have spots on her tummy, but stripes everywhere else. Smurfs and gummy bears raised me. I don't think that my young years were defined by a lot of children's TV series. I definitely liked my Kim Possible, and I would watch that before I went to school in the morning. But aside from that, there were like kids' movies that I would watch. And then later as a teenager, or like, 13, 14, 15, I would watch like anime on YouTube on the computer. But as a kid below the ages of 13, if I was watching TV, it would be like with my family in the evenings. So you're watching like The Amazing Race, Survivor, American Idol, Canadian Idol. A lot of reality TV, actually. Sometimes sitcoms, but not like specifically kids stuff, really. Just any luck? Let's try another one. Oh, my Hearthstone's on cooldown. Dear me. Yeah, as a kid, I definitely saw some Sesame Street, some Magic School Bus, and some Arthur, and some like as a young kid, we're thinking Big Comfy Couch. It's not that there was never any TV. I feel like there might have been not cable, which might have been a good choice. Where do I want to leave her? She can hearth another 52 seconds. We'll just wait for that. I can clean up my bags in the meantime. Come on. Thank you for the 17-month resub. Still here. Still here. Rubber Ducky and Alphabet Song. Peak Sesame Street. What is the over-under? Hazel was a big fan of Ghost Rider. What's Ghost Rider? Sorry, not to ruin your wager. What is Ghost Rider? I know what the concept of Ghost Riders is. Same demographic, love Sesame Street. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers was good. I remember Zaboomafoo. That was very exciting. Art Attack was good stuff. I read it as Ghost Rider. Forgot all about that show. It was my jam. A ghost wrote in a journal they solved mysteries. Oh. What era are we talking? I'm wondering if it's right for my demographic or not. Did I watch Teletubbies? Teletubbies were a little bit late for me, so I would look after a young relative when I was a kid, and they were very small, so I hated the Teletubbies. I loathed the Teletubbies. I thought they were upsetting. The Teletubbies and Caillou were the two shows that this kid was allowed to watch. And I loathed them. I hated them. I still do. I haven't forgiven them, apparently. Not the kid, not his fault, but the the shows. Nightmare Fuels. Yeah, it was not my jam. Oh yeah, I'm going home. That's right. First baby was into Barney and Teletubbies. Barney and Friends was around when I was a kid. And I know this because Selena Gomez is my age and she was a child on Barney, so I know I was right around that age. Teletubbies are the enemy. Got it. The only thing I remember thinking was kind of cool about the Teletubbies is they had some kind of a toaster. Is that true? Did they have some kind of Teletubby technology for making toast? Or am I imagining that? I feel like there was some intrigue about their toast manufacturer, unless I just dreamed that. Tubby Toast. They had a television. Was the television making toast? That's what it was called? They had a living vacuum and a custard machine. Huh. There was a toaster. I think it made toast with happy faces on it. That might have been the thing. Nunu the vacuum cleaner. Yeah. I'm not even going to Google it. I don't even want to relive it. I'm good. That one can stay in the past. Oh, jeez. I liked Pingu, but I also hated Pingu because I wanted them to just speak words. I wanted them to speak English. I think that the whole premise of Pingu, which is, if you're unfamiliar, little penguins going around. I forget what the sound exactly is. It was iconic, but they would communicate with, Newt Doot, yeah. They would communicate with not words. They would use sounds and tone, and they would use body language and actions. And I think it's supposed to be like a cool thing that you can kind of watch and enjoy and get, even if you're a young child that doesn't have words yet. But I was a child that had words, and I wanted those penguins to use them. I did not understand why they wouldn't just speak properly. I didn't really get what was going on, and it drove me batty. Some as a child, I knew what they were saying. My mother thought it was creepy. Penguins can't speak, Hazel. Come on now. This mount is a Pandaran kite. Pandaran kite. I think it's a mount collecting achievement mount. Is that true? Pandaran kite. What are we saying? No, this is for Pandaran Ambassador. The Jade Pandaran kite is the mount collecting achievement one. This one is for some kind of Pandaran rep achievement. Imagine if this could dragon ride. Tubby toast was just pancakes. Oh. Interesting linguistic argument about communication through inflection. Another story. Maybe communication through inflection was immaterial to me. I had troubles with tone as a child. I never liked when you would get in trouble for saying the right thing in the wrong tone. That always made me really upset because I was like, I said the words that you wanted. What else do you need from me? Like this desire to have children look happy and speak like nicely was just infuriating to me as a kid. We're going down here. The moonkin on the kite. You like her? I like the open beak like she's just cowabunga. We're going in. Just surfing. Surf's up. Action moonkin. Complete phased? I would say no. I've been evaluated for different things at different points in my life. That one's never come up, but I've been diagnosed on the internet a whole bunch. If that counts for anything. Watch out, flies. You don't want them getting in the boomkin mouth. I mean, if I'm a bird, I think that's just extra snacks. I think the flies would just count as extra protein. That's what I always used to say whenever I'd accidentally eat a bug. That was like the family thing, is you would accidentally eat a bug, I don't know, like on your bike or something like that, and then you would go, food. Like it was gross. Nobody was trying to eat bugs, but that was how we all made ourselves feel better about it. Is like, hey, you just saved a quarter of a penny off your grocery bill. Very difficulty. Mythic. There we go. Everyone makes that joke. Mom would always say, extra protein. Did you do Mage Tower back in Legion? You betcha. I did it back in Legion, and then I did it again when they brought it back, and the Shadow Priest one was awful both times. Horrific. The zesty brain. I have often really, not struggled, but like had a very difficult time sort of deciding, and it's really immaterial. It doesn't matter if you're normal or not. It really doesn't matter how everybody else's brain works. What matters is whether you can make peace with yours and find strategies that make it work for you. It doesn't, learning more about it is helpful in the pursuit of making peace with it and finding ways to make it work for you. But in the long scheme of things, it's, figuring out whether you're like normal or not is kind of it's not that valuable for me. But I often, in the context of a bunch of different things, have been unable to decide whether or not something that I'm experiencing is because there's like something specific about me, or if it's like an everybody is like that kind of thing. Because I think that lots of experiences people will have to greater or lesser extents. There could be something that is indicative of like a condition or a whatever, but that everybody has it like a little bit, or like in terms of orientation and like who you're attracted to. that's one thing where you're like, well, is it this thing or is everybody like that? You know, you don't want to make a big deal out of something if it feels like it's just kind of the normal thing. Make sure to have a confirmed normal friend that I check if what I'm feeling is an autistic thing or an everyone thing frequently. Hazel, you're trying to come out of the closet to us. It's cool if you are. It'd be a bit early, right? Shouldn't I wait till June? I don't know. I think is the answer to that one. I don't really know. I think if we're being specific, I think it's pretty likely that I would be bi, I suppose, but I guess I've just figured that everybody is. Like everybody. Y'all can make images with your mind. Oh, it's my favorite thing to do. I have my happy place and I furnish it like an Animal Crossing house. You've helped so many of us with our raid progression and expansion of collection of mounts and pets. Aw, shucks. Thanks for doing what you do. Thanks for spending this time with me. Yeah, fully optimized. But I don't feel like that would be like a surprising thing or like a big headline thing. I think everybody would kind of expect it to be true anyways. As another bi person, allegedly people who are not, something that was shocking to me as well. Yeah. What is the UI you're using? It's mostly default. I don't think there's really any add-ons that we can see from here, actually. This is default bars, default. I mean, I've moved them, but you can move everything with your edit mode. You can move things with your edit mode. So I called it Hazel's UI. It's when I put everything here. And I like it. And some people like it. And a lot of people say, ew, why is it not symmetrical? And then I say, mind your own business. And we do this about once a week. Do I ever play Classic? Not really. Not really. I don't really have enough bandwidth to handle more than one game at once. Edit mode gives me too much power. So if I edit it, I'll sit there for hours. I've really made peace with my UI being kind of messy. And I think that's helped me a lot. If I want to move something, I'll just kind of scooch it. And then if I scooch it to a bad place, but it's not that bad, I'll just kind of leave it alone. It's not important to me that it's perfect. And I think that's helpful for me. I think that I would get stuck for a very long time if I needed it to be perfect. This is not the Mage Tower. This is Nighthold. This is the Gul'dan Tower. I'm here trying to get some mounts. I'm looking for infernal mounts from this. I have 2 more characters I can try after this, but if I get really lucky, I won't need to. I could just get the mounts. I have tried the Goblin a couple times today. I have basically most things that I need from it. I could still stand to get the bag on my main, or on my else, I suppose, but I'm not going to be heartbroken if I don't. I do need both. I don't have the card. I'm not too worried about it, though. I mostly want the mounts. He's darkness incarnate. Oh, we're going to seal it in again. Have the mythic one from back in the day. Oh, I thought I was pulling up all the things, but I think I disabled all the things. I think I turned it off because I wanted a screenshot of a tooltip that didn't have the all the things stuff in it. Haven't seen anyone with a wrist leg thingy. I have one of them that dropped for a friend who gave it to me. You can also buy them on the auction house, and the prices are coming down, but they seem pretty rare in the grand scheme of things. Alright, Illidan. I hope you're doing alright. I would like one mount, please. How have you been doing? He kind of reminds me of like a 2005 bedroom that's been decked out with Spencer's stuff. I feel like he would have a fiber optic lamp. No luck. Okie dokie. Let's take this character home. He must be bored. Are you excited that it seems like Blizzard will be making all TCG mounts available on Twitch drops? What are your thoughts on it? So my perspective comes from a place of, I'm somebody that already had most of the TCG mounts because I bought them with gold over the years, largely during Warlords of Draenor when they were cheaper. But I've spent a lot of my gold making profits over the years buying TCG mounts either on the auction house or the black market auction house. TCG toys mostly on the black market auction house. And then the pets I think I actually paid money for. Like I bought codes for once upon a time. So most of these things that they're giving out, I already had. But I'm not really upset that they're giving them out. And every now and then they do pick something that I don't have yet. I got the epic purple shirt. I actually did not have the little XT pet because they gave out the shop version and not the TCG version. Oh, me priest. What it has done is it has made me not spend any further gold on the black market auction house. It has put an end to my spending on the BMA. Because why would I spend gold on the BMA for TCG items that they're just going to give away for free? It seems ridiculous to do now. And I don't know what they would put on the BMA that would really talk me into it. Because it seems like, aside from TCG stuff, the stuff on the BMA, you've got like the old Nax sets. Or you've got the, like raid mount, like mounts that you could farm out of actual raids and stuff. So I could just farm the old mounts. I don't know. The trading post feels like it's kind of moved that collection aspect to something a little more reasonable. So I guess the end result is I have a lot more gold than I used to because I've stopped spending it. And I don't really know what to do with all of it. I guess I hope they add more gold sync mounts one day. Give me a golden something. Golden bunny rabbit. Squirrel with a big golden hazelnut. I won't think it's about me. Fiber optic lamps are the bee's knees. I have an inexplicable desire to own a lava lamp again, despite the fact that it goes with nothing that I have, and I know that I won't like the fact that it goes with nothing that I have. I will be upset by the fact that if I had a lava lamp in my decor, it would be very incongruous. It would not go, and that would bother me, thus the not getting a lava lamp. But I miss them I miss the way they would get really hot. I miss the goopiness. And then sometimes you would turn them off for too long and the goop would all congeal into one mega goop and then they wouldn't work anymore. What color would it be? I don't know. I want to say pink. Pink purple. It wouldn't go with anything and that would bother me. You know, my general decor style, especially in the rest of my apartment, is a lot of plants, a lot of natural fibers, a lot of linen, a lot of kind of natural fiber colored, like oat colored fabrics, and then like rich green plants, and then like, rainbow crystals and stuff. And I don't know where the lava lamp goes in that. Don't forget the macrame. I have some macrame plant hangers. I have like a reclaimed driftwood stamping print of a raven. I have tapestries with artwork of whales in my room. And then I also have a tapestry with some wolves on it. It's a very kind of Northwest boho situation. Fun art in the wall, something to vibe with the lamp. I mean, I have fun art, but it doesn't vibe with the lamp. The lamp is the only thing of that aesthetic that I have any desire for. Oh. Yeah, I have like an aquarium with a lot of plants in and coming out of it. Yeah. I don't know where the lava lamp goes. It wouldn't really go with the whelps. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find a room for it. Maybe one day I'll have... No, a really big one would probably be like dangerous for animals. I feel like if you had like a human-sized lava lamp, like the cats would burn themselves on it or something. It's your place. Who's going to judge if it goes or not? Me! I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be like, that's not right. I'm pretty lucky in that I've reached a point in my life where I don't really care what other people think, but I care what I think. And it's this weird dissonance of I want the thing, but I know that I won't like that it doesn't go. That's the thing. I'm the one who wants it all to go. No one else cares. No one has ever shaded my interior design, and I could make it hideous, and my mother could come over for tea and be like, "That's very nice, dear." You know, no one's gonna give me a hard time about it. I have a lovely, wonderful, understanding family. You get to do whatever you want around here. But I would know. Alchemy room. Ooh. Sometimes I look at real estate listings of homes that have like a bar, like a wet bar in them. And I think, you know what I would do with that is if I had a bar is I would convert it into a tea bar. I would have these open shelves with these beautiful teapots. I would have the cans. It would basically be like a tea store in my own home. I would have like the kettle set up there right by the sink and a little compost bin to collect my tea leaves so I can add them to my compost. And I would do that. And I was thinking, well, that could be an alchemy themed thing. But then my ideal tea aesthetic is very much like these beautiful clay, kind of like East Asian teapots I really like. Yeah, I don't know if the lava lamp goes there either. Mixes for fish rubs. What if I do like the Hazel version of like a dad cave? You can stick a lava lamp in there. I think the lava lamp goes in the gaming room. I think that's the place where it most closely goes is, you know, with like the gaming PC and like the LEDs and stuff. I think I could probably stick it on a shelf back there and call it good. A guy on TikTok I watch has a tea set up like that. I love it. The Haze Cave. That's the spot. Sometimes I think that if I had a home where I had separate spaces set up for like recreational gaming and then like the streaming studio / YouTube video studio, I always thought that aside from the background, like the editing studio would be very much like a beautiful kind of plants and crystals kind of place, and then the gaming room would be the LEDs and the beanbag chair. I don't know. That's where you put the big lava lamp. The gamer grotto. Oh man, the gamer grotto. I'm imagining this as like a basement room, big aquariums, well, not too many aquariums. You don't want super high humidity in the computer room. You don't really want humidity in the computer room at all. So maybe just like one aquarium. You know, I feel like it would also have like a comfy couch and a TV with the Switch. Maybe you have the tea bar nearby. I'd say a mini fridge, but a mini fridge with what in it? I'm not really much of a prepackaged drinks kind of person. A mini fridge with a Brita filter in it filled with water. Today's the Glow Cat Festival. Are you also going to do that? I hadn't planned on it. They make sad beige lava lamps. Oh my gosh, I think that's a crime. I think that you buy one of those and they turn you in. Only one who thinks the idea of aquariums underground is terrifying? Does it make you think of like the Gollum fishy cave? Because there are underground water structures. I don't know how many of them have fish. It would need to have also oxygen. Have you seen the invisible PC someone built? Well, how would I be able to see it? That sounds like a trick question. That sounds like a riddle. Anyone else on Eel Pit TikTok? This is why I can't be on TikTok. That is 5 steps too many for me. My squishy little crunchy brain can't handle that kind of thing. Makes me think a little indoor-outdoor casita. Live almost year-round warm climate. Yeah. I live in a climate that's warm sometimes. And then sometimes it's wet. And then sometimes it's really windy. I think if, like, the weather changes a lot here and you get lots of different types of weather. And sometimes there's snow and ice and sometimes there's wind and rain and sometimes there's beautiful sun. But if I had to describe one type of weather that makes me think of Victoria, I would say real windy. Just big gusty wind whipping off of the coast. All the trees are gnarled and bent into place from it. Yeah, when I'm imagining the gamer grotto, and when you say the word grotto, I'm thinking indoor basement pond. And then like mushroom lights and the gaming PCs and the Switch and stuff. But you don't want it to be too dark. I don't like you don't want glare on your screen, but I think that the longer I spend hanging out in a grotto, the more I am going to turn into Gollum. The more I'm going to leave the Hazel version of Smeagol behind. Someone had an unused cistern, turned it into an eel pit. Crabs and eels and sturgeons. Sturgeons. No, I've never been to Pride. I don't leave my house a whole lot. I don't leave my house to go be around people a lot. I leave my house to go like walk to see cats and like deer. I know all the streets that have people that have deer eating people's gardens. I can give you the deer and cats tour of the city. Lake Superior reported a boat-sized sturgeon. Wooden themed computer box. Oh. Kite flying capital. Do you have a kite? I don't have a kite. I've seen people kite surfing. And like doing the parachute thing. Deer are my enemies. I think that one day when I'm optimistic. One day, if I ever have my dream garden, then I'm going to need to invest in some deer fencing. Otherwise, deer are going to become my enemy as well. Yeah. This is kind of hypnotizing. Hi, Illidan. Long time no see. Don't mind that. I need to get rid of that. Is there a class you look at and think, yeah, that's just too complicated for me? Yeah, preheats Devastation Evoker Guide. I was like skimming through it trying to get the grips of like the basics. So that I could just kind of like do a little bit of, off-spec DPS for my raid when they didn't need me to heal. And then I got to like the advanced section and I'm reading it thinking, and looking at the charts thinking, nope. I'm not a dumb person, but I'm too dumb for this. I want to grow my own vegetables in my garden. Scared of the wildlife just coming in and yoinking it all. Satan powers their acrobatics. Yeah, I don't know if I think lettuce is something that the deer and the bunnies will love and they will devour, but it's also, in my experience, really easy to grow and it's really nice to have your own fresh lettuce. I like putting lettuce in sandwiches and occasionally salads if I'm feeling virtuous. But I never remember that I have lettuce in the fridge if I have lettuce in the fridge, and I hate trying to piece together a sandwich or a salad out of like something limp that you think might not be good anymore. So in the summertime or just the springtime, even like right now, just having fresh, crunchy, nice lettuce that I can just grab off my balcony is the best, and it grows even in the shade. It doesn't need a ton of... It just basically needs water and some amount of light, but mine gets pretty shaded out, and it seems fine. I got one more of these to do. What time is it? 10:48? Buy spinach for salads. I'm growing spinach too. I forget about spinach when it's in my fridge though. I know it lasts longer than lettuce, but it still gets goopy because if it's again, object permanence. If it's not in front of me, it's gone. It doesn't exist. I think I might try to, I have some frozen spinach though. I think I might try to cook that up on the stovetop and then maybe put together like a quiche. I think I could put together a good quiche. I don't know when. Grow things starting anytime. You have it inside. Start lettuce during a particular month. Lettuce grows fast enough that I think you can get away with starting it quite late in the season. Especially you get like these, they call it cut and come again, where you can just kind of like take leaves off of it when you need them and then it'll grow them back. Well, not grow them back, but it'll keep growing. There will be like certain seasons that you're like supposed to, but a lot of things like that, like lettuce in particular, I think that the ideal thing is to stagger it a little bit. So you could start it right now. You could start it next month. I am a queen of starting things in the wrong season. That's like my move. I'll look at a package of seeds and it'll be like, start 2 weeks after the last frost. And it'll be like August and I'll be like, I have time. Don't have time. I'll be right back one sec. I got enough water? Yeah. That's my go-to checking if this has got enough in it is you shake it, and then depending on the sound it makes. You'd think that the weight would tell me, but I don't know. It's a heavy bottle. Oh, I went too far. I haven't been to Merida in a long time. This place, man. Suramar might be the most beautiful zone that I've ever actively disliked. It is gorgeous. I love the Nightborn and their vibe. I love the city and its aesthetics, but like all of the gameplay surrounding this place, the ancient mana farming and the withered army training and the hiding around the city and the balance of power quest line, hated every last bit of it. It was just so not my thing. I did it as much as I needed to, but it was so not my thing. I disliked Suramar, yeah. It's, I thought when they added Suramar and it was like going to be this like end game questing zone for people that wanted more outdoor content to do at max level. And I thought to myself, cool, that's great for people that want that. I'm not gonna. I thought I could get away with not doing it because I had this idea that it wasn't going to be required for just like regular endgame stuff. And then something or another happened, and I forget what, but something or another happened where it turned out that I was going to need to go do the whole Suramar campaign to unlock something. And then I was like 8 weeks behind at that point, and I had to chain the whole thing, and I was just fuming. Is it wrong to use my goblin monk to kill the treasure goblin? Oh, if you get the treasure nabbin backpack, you have to put it on. I'm a bit jealous of like goblins. I think they'd look really cool with it. Did you ever do the Draenei starter area? Yeah, I did actually. I've done it fairly recently again as well. I made a Draenei hunter somewhat recently on a whim, and I spent a bunch of time around the starting area and the zones after it, just kind of collecting transmog and doing all the quests. It unlocked the raid. Something like that. It was the raid or like an artifact thing, or I don't know. I needed it for something. Start the allied quest to unlock Nightborn. I don't know how long it would take you. I do think that they're removing that requirement soon, if not already. The raid skip is not account-wide. You need to unlock it on each character that you want to use it on. You just have to run the raid 4 times to unlock the skip, though. It's not so bad. Plus, maybe you get lucky. You get some transmog from inside the raid while you're unlocking the skip. Could happen. Making a frost mage in the starting area when water elementals were immune to frost damage. Wanted that 2-headed dog for my hunter back in Kata. One day, I'm going to make a mage. And I'm going to play it. And I'm going to figure out what they do. I don't think I'm going to play it long, though. Portals, being able to make portals and teleport places is such a handy utility. And the fact that they can do that and I still don't have one. I mean, I've had them off and on in the past. I played a fire mage in Shadowlands for a hot minute in the first season. I was doing keys and stuff on her. And that went all right, but that was mostly just because fire was really strong and I wanted the combustion thing looked really fun. I was in raid and I would see my fire mage friends just like jumping up and down while on fire, spitting out buckets of damage, and I thought, neat, I want to try. Gimme. I don't know which mage. That's another good question. I want to say either Frost or Arcane because I had that Fire Mage journey already. And also, Fire Mages upset me because Destrolocks are also cloth-wearing casters that wield fire magic, and then I guess you've also got Devastation Evokers, although they're not clothies. I always felt that Destrolock and Fire Mage shared too many themes, so my brain edited one of them out, and Fire Mage got the short end of the stick. Been asked to res more than one person when playing a mage. Trying to teach myself Arcane right now. Mind melting. One of them has green fire. Yeah. I guess it's hard because mages are a full DPS class, and I usually err on the side of playing things that can heal. Shadow Priest was my thing for a long time because I could flex to heal. And then I felt like if I was going to be a proper full DPS, like not a hybrid, Warlock and Hunters are both pet classes. I love pets. I know that you got like a frost elemental or whatever, but why would I not play the pet class if I could have a pet with a name? It could be my buddy. I need buddies, you know? Mage was a hard sell because it stood in opposition to both Hunter and Warlock as ranged classes that were DPS specs. Aw, thanks, Cactus. I've not heard of that musical, Ryuk. Was it like a live show that you watched? Hunter pet with snakes. Blah. So many great pets in the cavern. I love all the snails. I want to look through like a big list of all the cavern's pets. I feel like there might be a moth with my name on it somewhere. This is my last Gul'dan attempt today. I won't have another one. But I kind of want to get that Draenei Hunter to max level and then poke around with it. I don't know about doing like keys and LFR, but you know, maybe put her in just like some baby stuff just to see if it's fun. See how I feel. See if I can. I like playing the DPS game where you start doing damage and you're like, this is awful. I'm not doing any damage. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. And then you like work on it and you get better gear and you read the guide a few more times and you spend some time in a target dummy and then you have like your training montage. And then you do more damage and it feels fabulous. And that's kind of the journey that I've been craving. I want to start out awful and then get better. That's why we play games. That's why I play games. And I think the Hunter might be the move for that because it seems achievable. I don't want like a really hard project. I just want something that I can work on. But also, am I busy? I might be busy. A lot of people say that about BM, and I wonder if they're just better at maintaining their frenzy stacks than I am. Maybe when I get all my talent points, it'll be like really brain dead to keep 3 stacks of frenzy up. But I find myself, when I do play BM, babysitting Frenzy and Beast Cleave like a lot, to an extent that I don't really worry about buff maintenance when I'm playing my Evoker normally. It reminds me of being back in Flash Concentration. Here for the good luck. May you get your mount. Thank you. Fingers crossed. Johnny Mags, thank you for the 3-month resub. Between WoW and survival games. Like slamming my head into a well until I have something built up I can feel good about the progress. I love survival crafting games. Maybe this summer I'll have like another bout with Raft. I feel like Raft is a summer game. I don't know if I know there's things like, there's such a thing as like summer movies and summer music. Do you guys have summer video games? Raft is my summer game. Raft to me is late nights and drinks with friends and putting big fish on the barbecue. But there's also Valheim. There's always Muck. Hi. I tried V-Rising. I didn't stick with it. I think I got a little overwhelmed with it. Valheim and Raft I think are my 2 biggest ones. Then I've played a non-zero amount of Muck, which is very funny. Muck is like a meme game. It's a free Steam game that is basically a big meme, but like it works. Scratches the fun itch. Most of what I like in these survival games is building up my base. I like base building. I like stocking up on supplies and food. I like farming, fish and meat and cooking and preserving it and sticking it in the fridge and whatever. I like organizing all the chests and crafting stuff for people to use. I like being the boat mom, I guess. All right. That's that done. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, I want to log on to this hunter, but I have this idea that maybe I should not try too hard to level her until like mid-June when the experience buff kicks in. 50% is a pretty big buff, but she's already level 66. I don't know. I have Arc as well. I couldn't get into Arc. I tried. The server business. Any game that is too fussy with making you join or create or run or pay for a server in order to just kind of play privately with like yourself and your friends. It was a weird mess. Like it wasn't fun. I struggled to get that set up for a long time and then I just gave up. The thing I like about Valheim is that I can just kind of like run the game locally in my machine and then have my friend join and then not need to like, you know, set up anything permanent. Enjoy your Saturday. Love ya. 7 characters, 65 to 67. Wondering if I should wait for the experience buff, level them now when we have time walking dungeons again. I think that during the experience buff, because the experience buff is going to start here, June 15th, and it runs until July 11th. During that and the third week of it, if you really want, there is an overlap. There's time walking. There's Warlord's time walking from July 4th through 11th, and that week is going to also have the bonus experience. So if you really want to optimize it and you can stand to wait over a month, then that's like your move. But if you want to play the characters and you're having fun leveling, then just do it now. Don't worry about it too much. Can I take my own advice? I don't know. Ducky313, thank you for the 19-month resub. Legion time walking in the first week of it? Let me see. Time walking. Oh yeah, you're totally right. There is. Although this says Mists of Pandaria time walking. It says begins June 13th, ends June 20th. Having fun playing my main. Wanted the alts for profession achievements and stuff. Thanks, Huskaroo. Also, Morgoth there. Thank you for the 5-month resub. Enjoy your Saturday. Love ya. Aw, shucks. I'm thinking. On one hand, let's just do a little bit. Let's just do some. I was going to say on one hand, hunter leveling. On the other hand, wrapping up early so I can take a nap before keys. I went to bed quite late last night and I had one of those nights where you wake up and you didn't drink at all the previous night, but your sleep was so interrupted and short that you feel hungover when you wake up. And I'm a bit concerned that's going to hit me real hard later in the day, but that is kind of my own fault. Weekend naps are the best. Napping, very important. I think I might end a bit early today, but I do want to do a little bit of hunter. I want to press your buttons a little bit before I go. Try healing for Mythic Plus, Resto Shaman, Presvoker, Mistweaver Monk, keeping my attention. It's fun learning new classes. What do you like most about each of them? And do you have a favorite of those three? I'm very curious. I've never really spent too much time healing on more than one class in a given patch, so it's hard for me to compare them because I always just kind of pick one. Either do my leveling at the start of the event, do it at the end of the event, go even harder. Does my hunter have a proper transmog? I think so. This is a transmog that I've set up for her. It's kind of like a shirt and then some, like regular. It's a bit of a. She looks like she's been outside, basically. It's not like a super bright color thing, but I've got her quiver transmogged onto her. I've got like this expeditionary bow, stuff from the trading post. I'm quite happy with her. I think she looks great. But yeah, I haven't given her like a big flashy transmog or anything. I think one thing that I'm going to do is to try to level this hunter is I'm just going to like track 1 or 2 quests at a time. And then not any other ones. And I'm going to not worry too much about where I should be questing or what I should be doing because I tend to get really overwhelmed, I think, when I'm playing this character leveling because, you just get, there's world quests and there's profession stuff and there's gathering and there's 1,400 Tuskar Talco boxes. And I'm just, tracking 2 quests at a time. The thing that I really love about leveling is that simplicity of just having like 1 or 2 quests on your right-hand side in your quest log, and your only job is to figure out how to do them, you know, find the right thing to shoot and then shoot it. And that's very, you know, clean and satisfying, I guess. So I'm trying to just do that and then not worry too much, because, you know, any quest is fine. They all give experience. She looks good. No plaid? Yeah, maybe not plaid for this one. I feel like my evoker wears a lot of plaid. My evoker with the flannels and the short hair is basically me. Resto Shaman, pretty straightforward, basic healing. Strong AoE unleashed healing. Presvoker is my go-to for all. Mistweaver sells it for me through fist weaving. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for writing that up. I know I'm paraphrasing, but I am reading the whole thing. I can't tell if I miss being a priest or I miss being a gnome. I want to be a gnome voker. Can the Drakthir please teach gnomes how to fly? Just flap your little arms hard enough. It'll work, I promise. Things that they will never let me do. Fly with their fancy hair. She just puts little mechanical helicopter wings on her elbows. And she flies by kicking her little feet with some flippers.
Don't waste my time. Keep your enemies in your sight.
Like giving characters simple transmogs while they're leveling, like an average adventure. I do the same thing. When I'm leveling an alt, I will basically never make them a big fancy endgame gear mog. I will make them baby mogs, and sometimes I'll name it. It'll be like leveling mog or baby character. Just beginning, just getting started. But then sometimes I reach endgame and I don't want to replace it with like fancy flashy endgame mogs, because I quite like, and it's one of the nice things about having white and gray gear be moggable and having the trading post offer more kind of like regular looking options, is I kind of like wearing normal stuff. I think that when you wear really basic kind of stripped down gear, it lets your character's actual customization and appearance shine more. I feel like I don't feel like my transmog is wearing me, I guess you could say. Can put that on a little piece of... Oh, okay. Oh, I could get a transmog if I do the cataloger's raft. Yeah, okay. Could make gnome vokers with a change to the visage form. Yeah, but then I'd still have to... You're always gonna have to be a dragon in combat. It's just like how Worgans need to be Worgans in combat, otherwise they're just humans. I get that. Making transmogs that fit the overall personality appearance rather than finding the most shiny things. Love to be a High Mountain Tauren for my visage form. Love High Mountain. I do think that expanding visage form is to have access to all the races. I don't know how technically feasible it is, but it would be really cool. And there's certainly precedent for, well, I don't know if Drakthir, but dragons at least choosing their own special visages. How are your raids going? Did you get AOTC? We are progressing on Heroic Sarkareth. We're in phase 3. And phase 3 is a big mess, but hopefully next week we have a better run of it. Hopefully it goes a little better. Maybe I'll prepare by, I don't know, getting a caffeinated smoothie or something for my Sarkareth progression night. AOTC stands for Ahead of the Curve. It's the achievement that you get for clearing the current raid on heroic difficulty while it's still current. Wiped on 10% echo. You'll get it. You'll get it. That last phase will come together. I know it. Our echo kill was quite messy. I think we finished the fight with maybe a third of the raid alive. Can't be an orc dragon in Stormwind? Need to limit it by faction? Maybe, yeah. People go to the nearest portals, then we get overwhelmed by void ants. Yeah, we were spreading out okay. We were doing all right. The ads do seem like quite painful. I don't really remember a whole lot of what was going on. I was not with it that raid night. I kept it together enough. I'm a little afraid to look at them. Oh no, I don't know if we have logs. I think Warcraft logs was down. I wonder if they got uploaded later. I was having a bit of a rough night. Some days your brain's not cooperating. Saxifrage? Saxifrage. I did like the Razageth fight more than Sarkareth. Razageth was long, but it felt a little more... Each piece of Razageth felt a little more discreet, I guess, like distinct from the other pieces of it. And like during a given phase, I guess Razageth was kind of nice in that... Can I just cheat? Oh, I see. Razageth was kind of nice in that the last phase of Razageth was easier than the second phase, at least for me. If you could make it to the final phase of Razageth and then you could keep your head on your shoulders, everything was going to be okay. Speaking of everything that's going to be okay, not this. No! Don't judge me. We did it. Yeah, if you could keep yourself together, the final phase of Razageth felt manageable. Like, there were things going on that could definitely wipe you. Oh, geez, there's more of this. But why does it feel like it's all going so fast? But it felt doable. Whereas the third phase of Sarkareth... Oh, geez. This is going to be the quest that makes me go back to bed. Can I? No, you're not allowed to cheat. Do I need that? No. We did it! Hopefully. Hopefully that's done. There's so many tackle boxes on the map. Holy moly. Holy mackerel, man. But yeah, Sarkareth Phase 3 just feels messy. Visually busy as a healer, hover around the border of the inner ring to be within range of everyone. Yeah, I need to just get better at my own feat in Phase 3 of Sarkareth. I was taking way too much extra damage from picking up extra Oblivion stacks, from just kind of like zoom into people, or... you know, dream flighting over a pack of people, but maybe there's a little bit of stuff on the ground. I was just being messy and taking extra damage. And, just no good. No good. Wakora changes the color of the tackle box chest to blue? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was possible. That's really neat. Do I want that? I might want that. Hardened Draconium. Oh, I want that. Treasured icons recolor. Taskar tackle boxes drop copper coins. Heard it can even drop a gold coin. If you want coins, the move is to buy the... what are they called? Should make this into a short. The elusive croaking crab. You buy these things, and then you go to the Forbidden Reach and use it to summon the Forbidden Reach fishing boss, and that will always drop at least a copper coin, and it can drop better coins, and you can do that as many times in a day as you want. That's the coin meta these days. Although there are a lot of tackle boxes. Orb of Primal Flames formed. Orb of Primal Flames formed. How are we doing? We are like 40% into this level. I think as long as I have rested, and you can keep your rested for quite some time now that heirlooms can scale all the way to... Now that you can get your heirlooms to scale all the way to 70, you can keep your rested running for quite a while. And I find that that is plenty of experience. You know, this is going fast enough. I don't know if I need this to go faster than what it is. Maybe I'm just coping. I think I am about hitting that wall where I'm going to get this last item, but then I think I might wrap up stream a little early for a weekend and try and squeak in a little extra sleep before my other things this afternoon. I will stream again tomorrow. Maybe I'll be on a better schedule by then. I certainly won't stay up as late again in the evening. I don't think that's the move. Come on, one more Primal Flame Fragment. I'm gonna have to try it that week, or that sounds like a great tip. Can I write it down? You said it was something treasure icons recolor. Let me use the pen. I can't lose it if I wrote it down with a pen. That sounds like something that the people need to know about. Treasure icons recolor. Thanks, Vefriel. Need to go do things now? Have a good day, Dorta. I am almost... I'm about getting there too. Orb of Primal Flames formed. Yeah. There we go. I love having this. My hunter pet, Nuramok, my purple chimera. It just feels so nostalgic for me. That was just the hunter pet that I had for Cataclysm. I used to charge into the lowest rated 2v2s like I was a gladiator with that thing. And it's just very special to me, I guess. Feel like I'm in on the ground floor this week, or pet used to be such a thrill to track down. It's just something that you don't see all the time. Or should I do the Orb of Primal Waves? No, I should let myself let myself go to bed. I might leave my PC on so I can craft the rest of those tepid verses. But I am going to wrap up. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow morning for another stream. I'm sure we'll find something fun to do. I appreciate your company. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a wonderful, wonderful day.